Now, let's talk about the power of walking away when they start cheating on you. You know, cheating, sometimes you could be suspicious and probably could be right, or you could just be wrong. You could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is, if you are right, let me assure you, what will determine in them getting worse or taking you for granted is how you react. Initially, one way or another, whether you had or you found out, but the bottom line, if there is cheating involved, and most especially if you know that without a doubt, some men, for example, or some people, they can't hide it, they do it in your face. If they don't do it in your face, but you always catch them red-handed. And that is a time where you have to walk away. How do you walk away? And what does it do? And what if you were to stay? You forgive them. Yes, you can stay. It depends on the person and how sorry they are. But most likely in many people, let me assure you, they can only get worse. That is why sometimes they won't advise you to go for someone who already is cheating on their partner, who did nothing wrong for that matter. They just find themselves getting bored because they're going to do the same to you. So this applies even with things like cheating. If they can cheat, let me assure you, and they deny you believe, or you act like you believe at least, let me assure you, they're just gonna be more careful about it, not to stop it altogether. Most of them. And secondly, one thing you must note is, if indeed they know, you know, and you know that they now know that they've been cheating, and you just easily forgive and let go, what happens is this. And if they are doing it in your face for that matter, what happens is this. They are likely to only get worse. They no longer have the fear. It only builds a habit. You will cry until at a point where, remember, she or he is cheating with the person they are cheating with. If it is to get that serious where they feel like they've fallen in love more with that person they've been cheating with, let me assure you, you are most likely to be left. Because remember, they have to be careful. They have to make sure you don't find out. And now that love is burning high, you've been enduring, they haven't stopped because they take you for granted. What will happen is, if it gets to a point where the love boils, and they be so sure that they no longer even want to hide, they will dump you because he or she will be sure that now she does not want you. And that's why the reason of the dumping most of the time will end with, I'm just no longer in love anymore. I'm sorry. That's it. But let me assure you, if you can walk away first before they dump you first, if they don't dump you first and when they still denying that they are cheating, but rest assured, they're still attracted to you. They are not yet sure whether they really want to lose you for good. If actually, with the new person, they still testing some waters. So the best way to hurt somebody, the best way to teach somebody a lesson is to make sure that in the process, when they still learning and testing somebody, don't let them have that satisfaction, that full experiment. Because if you cut them while they're in the process, you know what it's going to do? It will confuse them. At that time, they're already not sure about a new person. And now that you are leaving and they were not entirely ready for you to leave, they become divided. And you find that if with the new person, they begin to spot some red flags, and now they've realized you are leaving, it will quickly make them to realize a mistake they have made. That is why it is most likely to be easy that they will beg you back. They will change their behavior earlier on than when you let them settle and they finally get to be sure. That is when you are likely to even lose them for good. Some, they even get to a point where they marry the new person. You get dumped, 2 months later they marry the new person. All because you stayed where you were directly being mistreated, being cheated on. So, but when you leave them hanging, is the most hurtful thing possible. I don't know. Can't you relate maybe at a point where sometimes you broke up with somebody, whereas already maybe you were entertaining, if not dating somebody. Don't act like a saint. Probably have cheated before. So that thing where you know, yes, you have found a replacement quicker, but you will realize that you are not so much in love yet with the new person. You are not yet attached. That is why even though you have a new partner, you are not happy. You miss also the old partner. You are attached to them. So you see, unless only when you were so sure, oh, I'm tired, I'm fed up with this person, oh, they disgust me, you will feel okay. You won't even feel hurt. So that is why when you walk away, there are a lot of things that happen. You might win the person back if you want to win them back. The person will begin to be miserable rather than being glad they have let you go because they're no longer in love. So you see, even if you don't want them back, but at least you won't live as a loser. You will leave them miserable though they are already seeing someone new. It's, for example, it's like a man who is dating a junkie woman compared to you who is not a junkie woman. Let me assure you, you leave that man. Deep down, he won't be happy you left because he knows he's dating a junkie, but all he really needed from that junkie woman, it was to get in her pants. Maybe felt like she was exciting, whatever way he thinks of it. But the bottom line is, with that junkie woman, he knows there is no future. But with you, he knew there was a future. He knew you can be a reliable mother to his children. So you see, when you leave him like that, you leave somebody confused. You leave somebody regretting. You leave somebody in a point where they won't get to even enjoy the new relationship because yet they are not sure, like I've been mentioning. So learn to walk away to re-attract them. Learn to walk away to increase your value. That is why if indeed they make sure they have made a mistake, that person will beg you. Remember, deep down they know they messed up. That is when they will beg you. And if in your heart you find it to forgive them, I can assure you, they will never dare to cheat. Even if they do, they will be extra careful from cheating and being caught. You see? And above everything else, if you catch them, they realize you're suspecting, they will rather dump the person they're cheating with than to risk losing you because they know that they might never get you back ever again. That is why it's also important to make it harder for them to get you back when they are begging. Okay? So walk away and it will help you than staying. It will further kill their attraction and they will toss you out like a dog, never to even look back at you. I hope this was helpful. I have more videos like this. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you next time.